Today we're going to be talking about orientation. There's two types of orientation, portrait and landscape. Portrait orientation is when the two longest sides are on the side of the picture. So we'd say that this is in portrait. So a landscape orientation is when the two longest sides are at the top and the bottom. So this is a landscape. So like the name, we normally take portraits of people in a portrait orientation. And if you were taking a picture of a landscape, well then you'd normally do that in landscape. When you're using a camera, they're usually set up in landscape orientation already. So if you wanted to take a portrait, you'd have to turn your camera to the side to make it in portrait. If you're using a phone or a tablet, that's usually set up in a portrait orientation already. So it's quite easy to take pictures of people in a portrait. Your challenge is going to be to break those rules. I'd like you to take portraits of people in landscape. I'd also like for you to try to take pictures of scenery and scenes, landscapes, but in a portrait. So when you're taking your portrait orientated photos, think about what might work well. Maybe it's tall buildings or tall trees. Maybe it's looking down a long road. When you're thinking about taking pictures in a landscape orientation, I'd like you to think about what might work well when you're taking a picture of a person in landscape. Maybe there's several people in the picture that fill it up in a line. If you're struggling to think of ideas for taking portraits in a landscape orientation, maybe check out our rule of thirds video. That has some quite useful tips on how to lead lines and take pictures of people. Thanks so much for watching. I really look forward to seeing your results. Good luck.